Moving away from the land dweller Shockwave, it's watches and wonders after all, and Certina just revived the DS Cascadeur, a Swiss G-Shock made for extremes. The first DS Cascadeur was launched in 1995. The aim of the watch was to offer a complete beater which could have been enjoyed without worries in super tough environments. So the idea of making a watch worthy of a stuntman was amazing. After all, it was made by a brand with known reputation for making super robust watches. It kind of felt appealing in nature, and I believe the revival of this concept is more than welcomed, as I strongly believe that today is more about niched watches than generic good-for-everything watches, and this is why I appreciate this model. So today we're not celebrating only watches and wonders, we're celebrating 30 years since the first DS Cascadeur was made. And to celebrate that, Certina recreated this model on a limited run of 1,999 pieces, and yes, we have to thank Certina for sending this watch in advance for review. Alright, since 1995 this model was recreated a few times, keeping still the same motif of the horizontal steel brackets above the crystal to keep it safe against threats. I'm not sure who did it first, but G-Shock I know had a similar idea with additional brackets added on top of their squares to protect the dial. I personally like the idea of an analog anti-shock watch ready for any environment, like a G-Shock contender made by a Swiss brand. This is how I see it, and I think it is the easiest way to explain this watch. Now, after 30 years, the concept has been changed from horizontal bull bars, as I like to call them, to vertical brackets reimagined in a modern way. So the new design relies on the motif of a stainless steel case covered vertically by a black bar, which is continued visually by the black rubber strap, basically isolating the plastic metallic tones outside the metallic brackets, which is brilliant. As the execution, I think the watch is smartly made with all sorts of discrete accents, like a fully blasted case completely matted with polished brackets above the crystal, which are connected below the matted black bezel with polished screws. The specs are the following: we have a blasted case measuring 41.5mm in diameter with 49mm as lug tip to lug tip, has 20mm between the lugs, 12.6mm in height and weighs 106 grams. The watch has super robust features like a reinforced sapphire crystal and water-resistant seals, has 20 bars as waterproofness, has an oversized screwing crown, obviously has the turtle on the case back with the DS system, and inside there is the quartz pressed drive caliber F06412 with an accuracy of plus/minus 10 seconds per year. The model is limited to 1,999 pieces and the price is around 455 Swiss francs or $470 in the States. You lucky you don't have to pay the European tax to enjoy such a piece. The dial is reimagined based on the actual trends to meet the contrast but to excite through discrete accents, like the black dial which reacts to the light, unveiling a discrete sunburst. The markers aren't matted, they are highly polished and faceted, and the hands are faceted as well on 3 dimensions longitudinally, as well made in a way to offer a premium look. The loomed areas are discrete for my taste. The baton hands have loom, the second hand has a loom pip. As for the markers, the loom is discreetly added on the chapter ring. The dial printing contains the 90s Certina logo as a label, and on the bottom we have the label DS Cascadeur, followed in a green tone by the limited edition label, which in my opinion doesn't provide that much value. I think 20 bar as waterproofness is more relevant and valuable for such a watch. But overall, I like how the dial is contrasted with an intermediary white ring between the angled chapter ring and the dial with highly polished accents against the black chameleonic dial, having also a complete white second hand and a bit of green as an accent. As wearability, this model wears like a 42-ish mm watch, has presence through its height, design, contrast and brackets, but it's super comfortable to wear. The case design is made to lay down on the wrist surface, the lugs design helping as well. In different lighting conditions, the polished accents will pop and truly provide a feeling of a premium watch on the wrist rather than of a matted tool. The strap is very nice. I think I've never reviewed the Certina on a rubber, and I'm glad to see that they return to rubber alternatives for their products. The strap quality is very good. I'm pretty sure this is an FKM rubber. I like the idea of emulating a normal leather strap through the stitching patterns, but overall I think it complements nicely the concept of a stuntman's watch. I love it. So these are my initial thoughts in regard to this new DS Cascadeur. In my opinion, this is a special watch. It is niched and appealing, especially coming from a brand which is known for making excellent robust watches. I do see it as a great alternative against a G-Steel for instance, and I'm really curious to know what do you think about this new DS Cascadeur. Please let me know in the comments below. But before we close, I want to say that this represents the values of a brave bidder on the channel, so the DS Cascadeur will qualify as a brave bidder on the channel in the position number 68 in the Hall of Fame alongside other iconic Certinas with the turtle on the caseback. So, hope you enjoyed this review, and as usual, if you're new around, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much, thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave and stay safe.